Hey everyone, so you want to join the main Sacred CMU run, but you don't want to spend an hour staring at a spreadsheet in the calculator. I've got you covered. I built this RShiny app to handle all the math for you, so you can focus on making the most broken or hilarious unit possible. Let's walk through how to build your character. So you'll see this has a bunch of drop-down tabs. First one of importance is the character replace. So let's say we wanted to replace Seth. You can see that the SP or stat points jumps up to 18. And you can see that the available classes is auto-populated to only promoted classes. Let's make him a berserker. And let's give him a name of Blorb. I have an affinity of dark. So what are these things? Let's look. So this tab over here tells you a little bit about what these acronyms are and what they translate to and how it impacts the characters in the game. So affinity helps when your unit creates supports with another unit. And every time they level up, those growth percentages are used to determine what stats increase. And let's look at the classes. So I chose Berserker. Let's see what their starting stats are. And you can search it and filter it by clicking on the arrows in the top, as well as the search bar over here for searching every field at once. So we can see they're promoted. They're starting Constitution 16. They move 6 spaces on the grid. And looks like not too bad. Let's keep it the same. And then you can see there's a link here that'll take you to look at more detail about these classes. So what I'm thinking is we're going to replace Seth. Let's make him have more defense because we don't want our Jagan to die. So power, HP, we want them to hit because they have an axe, and then some speed. So to complement this, there's this growth pool, or the growth percentages. So every time this character levels up, every time Blorb levels up, this is the percent of that stat increasing. So let's just start with some balanced stats. And you can see that it automatically tells you how many points you have remaining. So I have 50 points left. Let's boost the speed a little. Let's boost the luck, because I didn't add any luck initially. And then we want him to be relevant, and we don't want him to die too quickly. There we go. And then when you're done with this, everything looks good to you, and then you click next. So here we have the step 2, or has to do with the 10-point aptitude system. You can spend it on skills, leadership stars, and growth investments. Growth investments boost your growth pool percent. So if I had 5% here, it would boost the growth for HP to 70. So let's do a little bit of everything. So leadership stars provide a +1 hit and avoid to your whole army when they're deployed. And let's also boost skill here, so 8 points. I've included a skills reference table. So if you click on this, you can filter based on AP cost. So if I were to type in 8, nothing would show up because it's ranked based on 10, 7, 5, 3, and 2. So let's start with 7, because I think I have that many points left. And you can change how many are displayed on one page. You can go to the next page. Let's just go with Axe Faith. So that's going to be 18. I mean, just Axe Faith. And in here you can also type to search, and it tells you more of what it does. So Blorb's axes won't lose durability, and he gains luck times 1.5 when wielding an axe. And we can see we have 0 points remaining. So the next step is you just click next. Unit description, let's say brave, axe wielding. Spelled wrong, but since it's a web application, I can correct it. Axe wielding. And brave faith. Death quote. And so it ends. Right, so next you do this download submission.txt, and what that would do is it would pull up it'll download it right in here with the unit name.txt, and we'll check it out soon. Anyways, it's later, so we're going to check this out. This is going to replace Seth. It's Blorb. He's a berserker, and we wrote all this stuff previously. So we can see that everything looks good, includes growth investments and your skills, leadership stars, and a death quote. If you want to include a picture, feel free to go to the Clockinator GitHub repo and do so, or make one yourself. But what you could do if you wanted to, you could return to step 1 after you look at it and you see like, I didn't really like how that turned out. Maybe I want to change some things, or I want to make a new character. You can go back and do that. So next. And then when you're satisfied with how it looks, you just click done, and it'll show this page. And right here, there's a link to the Discord. When you click on it, it'll have you ask if you want to join the Discord, and then right in there, there's a tab called Unit Submissions, and that's where you'd put it. To add this character that was created using that RShiny application, all you do is you open up the text file, copy it, and then you paste it into this Unit Submissions tab. So I'm going to paste it here and then add in sample unit from the FE8 character builder. And that's it. Okay, hopefully that made sense. If you have any questions or come across any errors, just send it to me in the comments on this video. Thank you, everyone. I hope you have a great day. Bye.